It's time for a Nintendo Sound Clock Alarmo review. Yup, that's right, brother. I got the Alarmo clock. Look at it.
Alarmo.
What a device it is.
Alarmo.
I just wanted to sit down and tell you what this device is and if it indeed succeeds at performing its intended task, which is to be a motion sensing clock that plays Nintendo music. This was announced out of nowhere just at 6 a.m. one day in October of 2024, and I said to myself, yes, that is the piece of Nintendo hardware that we have all been waiting for, the Alarmo clock. Good job, guys, you've done it.
Alarmo.
It was made available that same day to Nintendo Switch Online members, as well as being sold in-store at Nintendo NY, with there being plans to sell it at more locations the following year. All things considered, I'd say this is a success. I'd say it's a successful product. Perhaps not the most revolutionary thing to ever exist, but it sure as hell is interesting. This was apparently in development for several years. This is something that some of the engineers and designers at Nintendo have been picking away at for some time now. Nintendo has made other products that sort of fit into your life and function as more than just a game. We have stuff like Wii Fit, Ring Fit Adventure on Switch. And so now they are invading the realm of sleep. That's their next land to conquer. So let's just do an overview. This is a motion sensing clock that plays songs and sounds from 5 different Nintendo games, with more to be added in the future. So pretty decent selection, and then there's 2 more slated to be added, that being Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Animal Crossing New Horizons. Kind of surprising Animal Crossing didn't make it into the launch selection, because I think that's a pretty perfect fit. You can set it to play a sound every hour from that game. You can set it to play sleepy sounds before you go to bed. You can also set an alarm for when you wake up. And basically how this works is the alarm will start playing at the time you have set. A little bubble will appear and you have to sort of move around in bed, and it senses your motion, and as you move around in bed it'll play a little sound, and then that will eventually resolve. Like you could kill another Inkling in Splatoon, or you could defeat enemies in Breath of the Wild, but the alarm does keep playing, and then will only stop once you actually get out of the bed. So once you stand up, it'll play a nice little jingle to reward you for getting up out of bed. The sort of sounds it plays will get louder if you don't move and get out of bed. I haven't personally experienced that, as I tend to just get out of bed whenever the alarm starts playing. But you know, there you go, that's a feature it has. And I have found the motion capabilities of the clock to be reasonably effective. It did take me a day or two to get it set up properly. It can be a bit finicky, so you may need to change its placement a bit. I did read online that some people were concerned about the alarm getting annoying after time. Personally, I have not experienced that. It has a shuffle feature on each of the 5 games, and then you can also shuffle between all of the themes. So I think there's enough variety for that not to be an issue, at least for me personally. I have not noticed that at all. Another minor complaint I have is that the screen could be a little bit better. It's an LCD, not an OLED, so not super bright, but it is a rectangular screen in the circular clock face, so not the most appealing display ever. It functions well enough for the most part though. Another thing to note is that the Alarmo can run Doom, so awesome. I will say that the way you interface with the clock mostly works pretty well. You can turn the knob to go through settings. There's a back button, and then there's a notification button. It is a bit annoying to enter in a Wi-Fi code, because this does connect to Wi-Fi to download updates and whatnot. Fortunately, you probably only have to do that once. In summation, I think this is a pretty good product. I don't think it has probably the broadest appeal ever. I don't think it's probably going to be that helpful in impacting the quality of your sleep. Interesting, very interesting thing for Nintendo to release out of nowhere for a reason. I don't think as a quality of life product this is quite as good as some of the other ones Nintendo has done. For example, in the realm of fitness, I think Ring Fit Adventure is a really good way to get you in the habit of exercising, and I just really enjoy that game. But you know, this its impact in your life is probably a bit more subtle. I don't think it's across the board going to improve people's sleep, but you know, it's just nice. It's just a nice thing that exists. I really do hope we get more Nintendo themes added over time. You know, we do have those 2 coming up with Animal Crossing New Horizons and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but it would also be great to get some other games. You know, I do love me some Kirby music, so that would be really nice to wake up to. You know, it'd be really nice to have Emio the Smiling Man, Famicom Detective Club as a theme on Alarmo. That would be a very pleasant and relaxing way to wake up in the morning. Well, that sure was a review of Nintendo Sound Clock Alarmo. Thanks for watching it, you.
Alarmo.